What's going on, y'all? First, I want to say, thank you for being patient with me. I'm trying to drop these videos as fast as I can. I'm still learning how to edit videos. I'm not great at it at all. I don't know how to really do all the transitions, all that stuff, so I'm still figuring it out. And also, I've been working a new job, so I've been kind of out of town. I've been real busy, and so getting the time to actually edit these videos down has been very limited. So try my best, but I did, this Traverse video has already been filmed. There's going to be a couple parts to it. Um, and I still plan on doing some more stuff with that. I just ordered some more parts for it. So when I get home, I'm gonna start recording, start filming, start putting it together for y'all. Uh, but I definitely appreciate y'all patience, and I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Part one. Here we go. Part two, maybe three, four, five. Who knows? I don't know. I think we keep making parts until it gets sold. I mean, who knows what happens? Who knows what's gonna happen? So, anyways, thanks for your patience. Let's get to the video.
What's going on? Today is the day. Start working on the Traverse. Hopefully I'll have that second part of the Can I Fix My Maximum with Junkyard Parts video out. There's definitely going to be more parts to that series because it needs a lot of things. So we're going to try. We're going to keep going. I think I want to stick to trying to do it with the Junkyard Parts. Or maybe I might buy some new parts. Who knows? It's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. But on the other note, look what your boy bought. I'm about to try this out. It is a hyper tough long reach electric ratchet. Part number 99323. It is a 12 volt. Yeah, it even came with a 10 mil socket. You already know. You already know we'd be losing that. So today, yeah, we're working on the Traverse. So my phone is kind of a little dead. So I'll be picking up the phone here and there. It's probably going to take me all weekend to do this job. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. So. So I'm gonna pop the hood of this. I might move it over a little bit, back it up and move over this way a little bit so I can, because I'm gonna have to work on this side of the engine, on the bottom side of the engine on this side to actually get to where the timing chain is. But there's a lot of work that needs to happen to get access, and so we're gonna, yeah, I'll put the phone down right now. I'm gonna get it in position. Get it to, what I want to do today is Friday evening before I go pick up my children. I need to try to get this top of the engine as close to where I want it to be before actually jacking the car up, taking off the wheel, removing the motor mount, all that good stuff. So I'm going to take off like the air box, the intake manifold, the plenum, all that good stuff. So yeah, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm back. I've moved the car back a little bit so I have some working room. And I've popped the hood. Do y'all see how tight this motor is in here? I'm gonna put you directly over. You see all this? You see this? It's tight. It's tight. The timing chain is down on this side. It's two cylinder, two heads. So yeah, all this stuff needs to come out. Everything. First things first though, I don't have a clip. Pull this in so we can take that off right away. So let's put that right there. And you would think, oh man, that opens up a whole bunch. Wrong. You would be wrong. I wonder if there's any way I might be able to take out this like radiators. No. Don't think I can take out the radiator support. I would like to just remove the front bumper, the radiator support and all that, and just have that, just the front clip just off. I feel like that would make a huge difference, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So yeah, I mean this comes off here. So let's see if I can actually remove that guy. Whoa, look. If I can remove this plenum cover. There she goes. Put the Oil cap back on. Yeah, there she is. Underneath the beauty cover, here's the first head. Second head is back here somewhere. I can't really get to it. Y'all see how much of a mess this is? All of this has to come out in order to actually, I mean, look at this. Look at that BS. Why is the harness wrapped around what looks to be one of the AC? That is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. Okay. Okay. This is gonna be fun. This is gonna be very fun. Oh wait, alright. I'm gonna get to working. I'll get back to y'all. Already know. First thing to do is to remove your battery on the Traverses. It's in the back seat. So first time using. Oh yeah, it's working. It works. That's all I care about. Hey, it freaking works. Okay, that's cool. Oh man, but getting these. Whoa, okay, hold on. I need to pull these bolts all the way out. Don't exactly know how these connectors work, so gonna take that bolt all the way off. It's stuck now. Like, this is a different type of bolt. Never seen one like this. Okay. I do need to get you off of there. Maybe it needs a flathead to pry on it. This guy is kind of the same. It's giving me grief. Okay, it's willing to shimmy sham. If it can shimmy sham, it can come up. Come on, you too. Shimmy sham. Guys, I'm gonna take a break right here. So I've gotten the air box out, intake plenum, the fuse box, some of the trim. Disconnected a lot of this harness. A lot of your vacuum hoses, PVC stuff. Yeah, the fuse box is kind of a little weird, but I got that out, and I'm gonna remove this bracket that holds the box in place so I can get to the motor mount. Once I get this out, it's time to start going underneath the car or on the side where the wheel is to get things like the alternator moved to the side and things like that. It's gonna be a fun time, but we are getting there. I'm probably gonna have to dump the coolant, remove this stuff, get this out of the way, get these lines out of the way so that I could actually get, from what I've seen of the videos, the timing cover to actually come out. So yeah, that's where we're at so far. I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna go take a shower, kind of de-stress a little bit, to go pick up the kiddos and resume this tomorrow. Alright y'all, we are back at it again. I got the headlamp on. I don't want to turn the camera towards me because I'll probably blind you guys, but so we left off with fuse boxes out. Bolt out of the way. Fuse boxes out, and we need to, I just put this cover over this just to protect the intake runners. Now what I'm probably gonna do is I need to get that bracket out. Put this guy down. So need to get this bracket out that holds the fuse box down. What I'm thinking is I'm probably about to drain the coolant right now, and when I drain the coolant, then I can remove like the thermostat housing. This right here is for power steering. I don't know if I can just lift this up and move it out the way. This guy right here, remove these thermostat coolant hoses, get that stuff out of the way. And then the motor mount's got to come out of the way, and then we should have more access to a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah, man. Once I get all this stuff out of the way, then I need to start removing these coils so I can get the valve covers. Man, I really do need to get this. This is an oily seepage mess. And from here I can get, yeah, it looks like I should have access to all the valve cover bolts. If there's not one underneath, there is one underneath that. I don't even know. Yeah, okay. I have to see how to get behind this little bracket. If you can see. This is tough with the headlamp. Hold on. So this bracket here, if I can get underneath that, because it looks like there's possibly a bolt underneath there. If I can get a good visual. I cannot get a good visual. This is going to be a little bit challenging to do at night, but either way, basically I'll just check in with you guys as I proceed. I need to get this valve cover out too, so you can see that all these bolts right here, there's a ton of them. I need to get the actual the coils out first. The connectors are pretty easy. You can see from this one right here, it's just this little pull tab. You pull that the yellow tab down, and then you just press the connector in, and it comes right off. Then you undo the bolt, and you pull the whole thing up. So let's get started. Alright, so this is where I'm at now. I've got the car, got the coils out, got the car jacked up, the wheel off. Highly debating on taking the shock out just to give me that extra room, but I might not do that because that's just extra. Yeah, it's just a lot extra to get that guy out. I'd have to get underneath this shroud piece to get there and do all that. But right now I need to drain the coolant. I disconnected the power steering reservoir, put a plug in it, so that's giving me access to the motor mount. But before I do that, I need to remove the thermostat housing, which is this guy right here, where I'm shining my light. Remove that guy, and then should be able to remove the motor mount. This guy here. Get these valve covers off. Try to get those locking tools. I have some cam locking tools I'm gonna try to use to lock it in place, and hopefully that will allow me to hold the engine in place enough for me to get that to get the gear off, to get the crank pulley off. Let me see if I can get it good. Yeah, the crank pulley is I know that bolt's usually on there pretty tight, so yeah. I'll get back to y'all. Alright, check-in time. It is now 11:30. So I've got the power steering reservoir out of the way. Right, it was right here. The bracket also goes right here, where these two bolts are. I removed the motor mount out of the way. It's a mount that goes roughly right about here. Yeah, these two big bolts right there, boom and boom. And then there's another mount, it connects to the chassis right here, which is pretty shot. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get a new one. I should be able to get a new one because it's like while you're in there, it takes a lot to get to this part of the motor, but I just don't know, depending on how much it costs. I don't know if I'm gonna have the money to do that. So I'm going to write down the path of how this serpentine belt goes in here, and then from there I'm gonna take the serpentine belt off, probably get the valve covers off at that point, and start lining up my cam gear locking tools so that I can see if it'll lock up the motor enough to where I can put enough force on that crank bolt down there and bust it loose. The crank bolt's down there. It's yeah. So, because right now, if I try to twist on it, it's probably just gonna turn the motor. You know what I mean? So, here we go. All right. Well, it's like 2:30 in the morning, guys. You're probably all zoomed into my face, but I'm tired. I'm tired. This engine is a rough one. I mean, it's a rough one. I mean, I've got the valve covers out. I've got all this out. I got the water pump out. I've got barely got the alternator out. The alternator's right there. I was just about to remove the AC compressor out the way. Still need to get the power steering pump out the way. But the problem is going to be that crank pulley. I need a second person to do that. There's no way I can do it by myself because I don't have a big impact. So I don't really know what I'm going to do. But other than that, you know, it's pretty much stripped down to where it needs to be. Which literally took me all day. Literally everything has to come off of this. Everything. It's the most ridiculous timing chain. Like, I mean, even just to get to the stupid alternator, it goes right in that spot right here. You would have to remove dang near most of this stuff to get to the dang alternator. And you know what's got me the most mad? So I'm doing this timer chain because recently, you know, I was hearing a slap, you know, a timer chain slap. But look at this. I don't feel no. It's hard as a, like, I'm just praying that when I open this up, there's gonna be some broken bits, because if it's not and I did all this work for nothing, it's gonna be really irritating. So man, yeah. Not to mention, putting this all back together is gonna be very, very fun. I mean, to be completely honest with you, I don't even know if it's gonna go back together correctly. You know, I'm gonna try. But there's just so much that had to come apart. All these sensors, these harnesses, all these bolts. I'm trying my best to keep the bolts where they're supposed to go, but I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I'm trying to document as much as I can too, so I can put everything back to where it was. But God, dude, this is a nightmare of a job. This is a nightmare of a job. I can see why a lot of people don't do it. If I had a lift, I would do like everybody else says, just drop the whole thing out the bottom. But, you know, Papa don't got no lift, no shop. I'm doing this out here in my parking lot. You know what I'm saying? It's driveway boys, parking lot boys. Saying my parking lot. So, letting my headlight charge so I can start packing up, putting everything away. I don't know if I'm gonna get back to this tomorrow, to be honest. I think I'm gonna take Monday off of work and do this, because this is just too much. It's too much. It's too much. Got all the these are the intake bolts. These are the motor mount bolts. Oh, I didn't even show y'all the motor mount. The bushing in the middle, completely gone. Completely, yeah, completely toasted. So that's another thing I gotta deal with. That's the other part to the motor mount. I'm over it. But that's for me to deal with and y'all to entertain with. So peace. And just like that, we are all cleaned up. I'll leave the jack here because obviously the engine is sitting on it. If somebody wants to take it, they probably need it, you know. Put the wheel back on, just hand tight, but it's still on the jack. I'm gonna take my water in. Good night, y'all. See y'all maybe tomorrow, maybe Monday, I don't know. Peace.